Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be talking about Inigo Martinez. We're going to be talking about Barcelona's opponent in the next round of the Copa del Rey. And then we're going to be talking about Pedri and Cancelo. Could we potentially be seeing them return for our Supercopa de España match against Osasuna on Thursday? But guys, before we get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Make sure to go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk about Inigo Martinez. And guys, unfortunately, I'm bringing bad news. And Inigo Martinez, he did receive the medical green light yesterday, but he did get injured just 3 minutes into the match, and it was just absolutely horrible. It wasn't a relapse from his previous injury. It was actually his left hamstring that did get injured, and this is the official news from the club. Injury news. Tests carried out on the first team player show that first team player Inigo Martinez has an injury to the biceps femoris muscle in his left thigh. He is unavailable for selection, and his recovery will dictate his return. Now, I did talk about Inigo Martinez in the watch along and in my previous videos, saying that Inigo Martinez has been one of our best center backs when fit. I know that he had a rough start. His first game was a little bit iffy, but ever since then, he has been absolutely amazing, and he has shown what a fantastic center back he is. But since then, like one of the big problems with Inigo Martinez is that he is very injury prone. And sort of the timeline regarding Inigo Martinez, it's most likely going to be 4 to 6 weeks. And so it's most likely going to be like a month or so. He's going to miss the Supercopa de España, and he's going to miss potentially the next couple of big games in La Liga. And the goal right now for Inigo Martinez is for him to be able to be fit for that huge class against Napoli in the Champions League. And disaster right here. Look at this comment. The entire medical staff should be fired before some Reds for throwing him into a match when he wasn't ready. It's clear friends and family are running are running medical department and have no idea what they are doing. And that's so funny because our medical team was actually revamped and taken a look at as Xavi came in, and so just what are we doing? But I wanted to let you guys know, and what are your guys' sensations on Inigo Martinez being out injured? Now, moving on and just continuing the conversation from the Copa del Rey, we talking about who Barcelona will be playing in the Copa del Rey round of 16, and that is going to be third division side Unionistas de Salamanca. Now, Barcelona, they get a very favorable draw in the Copa del Rey, unlike some other teams in which they're going to be playing some very heavyweights. But continuing the trend on from this season, Barcelona, they begin some very favorable draws as of late. In the Champions League, we faced Royal Antwerp, Shakhtar Donetsk, Porto. In the Copa del Rey, we faced Barbaros, and now we're going to be playing Unionistas de Salamanca. And so it's a good thing that Barcelona are getting these easy opponents. But at the same time, knowing how Barcelona are struggling to even beat these teams, imagine what would happen if we were to face a top team, whether it be in Europe or be in the Copa del Rey. And looking at the other games that are going to be happening in the Copa del Rey, you see the big one is actually going to be Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. That's going to be a game to watch. And other than that, you have some first teams playing each other. Osasuna playing against Real Sociedad. You have Getafe playing against Sevilla. Girona, they're going to play Rayo Vallecano, but it's Girona, they are going to be favorites for that match based on how they're playing. But the huge game of the round of 16 is going to be Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. Let me know your guys' thoughts and your predictions on how that game is going to end. But once again, Barcelona, they do get a favorable draw in the Copa del Rey, and I want to say that Barcelona are going to be showing an improved face in this next match in the Copa del Rey, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I think Barcelona, I think the theme of this season is that we're going to win, but we're not going to win pretty, and we're going to struggle no matter what. And when it's going to be coming, to those big games against Real Madrid or in the Champions League, we're going to crumble. I genuinely think that's going to be theme throughout the campaign. But guys, lastly, I want to be talking about the Supercopa España a little bit because that's the game in which we are going to be playing on Thursday against Osasuna. And some good news: potentially Pedri and Cancelo. We could be seeing them join the squad, as reported by Fernando Polo. Just in, Pedri and Cancelo will travel to Saudi with the team for the Supercopa España. This is huge, huge news to receive two players back into the squad, as these two guys are very, very key for the way that Xavi wants to play. And as you guys can see right now, Pedri, he is back training with the squad. And the one thing that I want with Pedri is for him not to be rushed or and zero risks to be taken with him, because Pedri is one of our most important midfielders. And when he is fit, Barcelona, they just play at a completely different level. And Xavi, he needs to be aware of that and manage his minutes as well. And so, if Pedri he does and Cancelo they do join Barcelona in that trip to Saudi Arabia, I don't see them playing a huge amount of minutes. Maybe coming on in the second half for 10 to 15 minutes, something like that. But that is what I see. And lastly, guys, just a piece of news regarding the Supercopa España. If Barcelona they do manage to win it, they will receive 1.5 million euros. And if they and since we are participating in the competition, we'll be getting 6 million euros. The winner gets 1.5, the runner-up will get 1, and the two losing finalists will get 750,000 each. So it's very, very important that Barcelona they do well, and we win it. It's important that we do well and win it, because Barcelona they do not have the luxury of just throwing away competitions. And funny enough, talking about priorities, Barcelona they view the Supercopa España as a number one priority so far in the summer, and they view the Copa del Rey as our second most important priority, just because these are the two most realistic trophies that we can win. The Champions League, that's going to be very hard, almost impossible for Barcelona to win. And La Liga, we're already 9 points behind, and we're dependent on both Real Madrid and Girona dropping points. But guys, let me know your guys' thoughts on everything that we have talked and discussed. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Inigo Martinez being injured once again. That is a bummer. What are your guys' thoughts on Barcelona facing Unionistas de Salamanca? Are you guys confident that Barcelona will be able to advance in the next round? And lastly, guys, what do you guys make of Pedri and Cancelo potentially joining the squad for that trip to Saudi Arabia? But as always, guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. And as always, guys, like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everyone.